Hey, what up guys? Nightmare here. Today's video I want to talk about Title Update 10 releasing tomorrow and all of the things, or not all of the things, but the things that, caught my eye and I'm looking forward to. Just like some of the nerfs, some of the buffs, just everything that's, coming with it and the excitement of it. There's a lot of good things coming. There's a lot of balancing. We had the PTS phase on it, so there was 3 different phases, where players actually tested it, so they didn't drop just another, crappy update. I know a lot of people were disappointed since Warlords of New York came out with some of the updates that dropped and the bugs that came with it. So hopefully this, title update 10 is going to be really good, and not like the others. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to Season 2 and the raid and all that. So let's get into some of the things. Alright guys, this is a developer comment. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm kind of just going to go over it. If you want to read it, just pause the screen and go for it. But pretty much they're saying that like when they shipped this, when they shipped Warlords of New York, they reduced the maximum power deltas on gear, which meant we could no longer overgear prior to Warlords. So pretty much they were saying that we were 4 to 5 times more powerful than the content that we were doing prior to Warlords of New York. So because of that, when it launched the new, DLC, that we realized the NPCs were freaking powerful as hell. They were always, I guess, but we were just so powerful ourselves that we didn't notice it. But they want to make it fun, the challenge fun, but they don't want it to be like crazy difficult, and they think that they're in a good place now. They're also talking about CC skills that they knew that they were like way overpowered with this update, but they didn't want to nerf it because they couldn't get the NPCs where they wanted to. But they have now nerfed crowd control skills, but they're also saying that they're at a great place with the NPC difficulty, and you know, that they're satisfied with it. So hopefully it is good, and we'll find out tomorrow. Yeah, so on top of that, they're buffing a lot of weapons, and that's what really needed to be done. I know like they're talking about nerfing the M1A, and like don't nerf a powerful weapon that actually helps us get through the, freaking hard ass content that a lot of people were struggling with. I mean, yeah, we got used to it after a while, but bring everything up. Like that's really really good that they're doing that and they're listening to the community. Like was like reading the buff list. I will show some of it later on in this video, but they buffed so many weapons, and like they made SMGs like way stronger, because you couldn't even use a SMG. Like, yeah, you could on like hard, and challenging. I could do it on challenging with like a shield with the Vector or even the Banshee, but they're buffing the SMGs, they're buffing shotguns, they're buffing ARs, which already had a buff on 9.1. But yeah, they're bringing all the weapons like up, trying to like match it to that power of the M1A. They are going to bring the M1A down, and like the police Mark 17 and I think another rifle, but it's going to be alright. Alright, with all that said, let's get into some skills. So the Fire Starter Chem Launcher. PvP damage reduced by 20%. Thank God, thank you. That really needed to be done. The Stinger Hive damage increased by 20%. That's the damage though, not the bleed. Scaling up to 65% at skill tier 6. And the Striker and the Assault Turret are going to be increased. The Striker drone by 30, the Assault Turret by 55%. So pretty much they're saying like the bleed damage, the Stinger Hive PvP was just too powerful in hands of non-skill builds, like with no skill tier. So they they removed that, but it's gonna be like if you have a high skill tier, like skill tier 6, it's at like 65%. So you're gonna be really strong. Don't worry about that. It's something that really needed to be done. Like the Dark Zone, it was just it was just a mess, I think. Like, same with conflict. Like, everyone was just using skills, and like I would check them out, like inspect them, and they had no skill tier, and like their bleed hive would just freaking kill me, like it was nothing. And same with the fire starter. Like, you know how bad the fire was in this game, and like I know like they reduced that too. So like once again, I really hope they did a good job on this. I'm really thankful that like you need to have skill tiers to actually have a good skill build and not just, have high weapon damage and a crazy bleed hive. Like, it was unfair in my opinion. Alright, we got some more skills to talk about. So, just like the right foam chem launcher duration bonus per skill tier reduced from 20 to 10%, but this is like what most people use right here, like the Firefly and the Banshee Pulse. So it's going to be the Firefly reduced from 20% to 10% the duration, and the base blind duration from 6 to 5 seconds, and the Banshee Pulse reduced from 5 to 4 seconds, and the Jammer Pulse reduced 4 to 3 seconds. They're going to buff the Restorer Hive drone flight speed by 5%. So, like, the further, it's going to be more viable as a healing tool, like for your healer to actually run that Restorer Hive. So the radius, say you're at the edge of the radius and you're far away from the healer, that that stinger or that drone's gonna hit you, that healer's gonna hit you, way faster than it used to, and heal you when you're at that disadvantage. That's pretty much what they're saying there. So that's gonna be like really helpful, because I know like it kind of was slow and you'd be taking that damage and you just couldn't get healed fast enough. So let's see how that works out, and hopefully that's a good viable tool again. I do like the chem launcher, that healer, but once again you do have to aim and shoot it at the player. So I really think that is a good move on the developers to give that a little buff. Like, I think it's definitely going to help out. Like 5% might not seem like a lot, but wait and see. Like, I really think the healer's going to be like a more like wanted player now. Alright, here's another thing that caught my eye. So targeted loot is going to be increased for all like missions and control points, and they're adding the new Season 2 brand to targeted loot rotation in New York only, it looks like. Named items will be increased to drop in regular Dark Zone loot and in just the regular loot pool everywhere, like in the light zone. And then these Warlords of New York Season 1 exotics, excluding the Bighorn, are going to be added to the loot pool, and also to like the exotic caches, and you can get them on Heroic and Legendary and even in the raid. And then it was saying the control point officer is gonna, when she or he does revive you, it will revive you at 80% armor, and they will not be downed as much, which is gonna be really awesome, because I know when I'm doing solo control points, as soon as that control point officer enters the fight, they rush and just instantly get killed, and they do me no good, and it's just really, really annoying, like either having to revive them or then you being downed and there's no one there to revive you, and you gotta freaking respawn. And so I think that's awesome. I think it's cool that they're giving you that armor when you are revived. I know it's something little, but like for people who grind control points, especially solo, it's gonna be a big help. So that's really cool. But yeah, let's get into the next thing, and let's go over this real quick. So this is just talking about some of the exotics. I didn't put them all in here, but like one of them that caught my eye is like the Chatterbox. It's kind of confusing. It says magazine base capacity reduced from 60 to 50, but then magazine mod bonus change from 10% reload speed to 10 rounds. And then you're getting, weapon handling on it, just a couple different changes. But I think the Chatterbox might be really viable again, and could be like a really good combination, like with the right gear set, or all the brands. But another thing, like the Lady Death is gonna have 500% melee damage on the underbarrel mod, so that's insane. And some weapon buffs like the Carbine 7, the CTAR, and the MPX, they're all going up with, like I said before in the video, with a bunch of other weapons getting that buff. So that's really cool. They've done a lot of work to a lot of the exotics. I think actually like pretty much every exotic they had to tune a little or buff because of this whole new weapon handling. How much weapon handling got buff has thrown off a lot of mods and different things with exotics. So even though like some things have been decreased in weapon handling, they are honestly like increased, if that makes sense, because of how much they tuned the weapon handling, which I've heard was really great. I didn't get a test the PTS myself, but I heard like weapon handling is awesome now, so that's really cool. There's one more thing I just want to go over really quick, and then I just want to like do like a little rundown on like what's to come. So let's check out pretty much what a lot of people have been waiting for a long time. Alright, so Operation Iron Horse Raid number 2 is going to be releasing on June 30th. The following week, the level 30 version will be released. This is going to be free for all players of any game edition. New exclusive rewards, including new gear sets and exotics, are coming with it. It's going to be an 8-player raid, 2 groups of 4, just like Dark Hours. A discovery mode version will become available later in a client update, and they're going to have more information soon and some specifics to share as we get closer to the release date. So this is awesome, guys. Like, I know like a lot of people have been waiting for this raid forever, and yeah, it's here. It's a couple weeks away. You know, really cool. Like, so 3 weeks pretty much like back to back, we're gonna have just new content. So title update 10, you know, releases tomorrow, and then we got season 2 releasing, you know, the following week on Tuesday, and then the raid on the 30th. So a lot of good things to look forward to. I really hope, you know, they hit it on the head with this one and it's good, and you know, it's been tested by players, by PC players, and you know, quite a few of them. So let's really hope like the feedback they got and the changes they made are on point and good, and let's bring this game back and like, you know, stop like all the bugs and the complaining and, you know, just all that. Let's, you know, enjoy this game again, get back into it, get back into that grind, you know, fresh new content, new season 2 pass. Gonna be really fun. I'm really looking forward to grinding that pass out, getting the new rewards, checking it out, the new named items. Please guys, if you enjoyed this video and got anything from it, just please drop a like, subscribe. It goes such a long way. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers. You know, that's my goal in the next like 3 months, so please help me get to that. I really appreciate the views. You know, you guys are awesome. Stay safe out there and have a great day. Thanks. Bye.